Hello everyone! Welcome! I have a very fun video in store for you. This has been a video that I have been excited to make for quite some time now. And I've been curating all these pieces for a special project that's coming up. And I figured I would just show all the pieces that I curated in today's video. Today, we are going to be reviewing and discussing all of the good old-fashioned Victorian Gothic decor that I have purchased over the last year in preparation to make a new gallery wall. So, I hope you'll join me. We have a fun, spooky little video ahead of us, and make sure you stick around. And we're back. Thank you all so much for joining me again. This is gonna be a fun one today. Like I mentioned in the intro, we are gonna be reviewing and discussing all of the Gothic Victorian pieces that I have collected over the past year in preparation for the new gallery wall that I'm gonna be creating soon. I have a lot of pieces that I'm excited to review with all of you today, so I hope you'll stick with me. All right, so, excuse me. I had to clear my throat. It's like allergy season still. I go through it with allergies, let me tell you. Anyways, in today's video, we're going to be reviewing and discussing quite a few different antiques. And I'm looking around just to kind of like see what all I have here, because there's quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie, there's like quite a bit. But every piece that we're discussing today is going to be something that you don't typically find in like a big box store. The majority of the pieces that we're reviewing today are actually antiques. So we have quite a few different antiques to discuss. We have some taxidermy to discuss. We have some plants and just some amazing Gothic Victorian decor that I cannot wait for you to see. You're absolutely gonna love it. So that's really all today's video is gonna be. We're just gonna hang out, we're gonna nerd out about some Gothic Victorian decor, and just kind of, I'm also gonna give some updates of like where we are with the channel as far as like upcoming content and just things like that. So I hope you'll bear with me. All right, so let's start with, I always do this when I do my decor hauls. I start with like my least favorite thing and then move up. So just bear with me, I promise. All of the stuff here is cool, but we'll get through it as quickly as we can. So, let us begin. The first piece, now as I mentioned, I'm doing a new gallery wall. So before I talk about this piece, I just want to explain, we are doing a whole new gallery wall that's going to go on that blank wall that's just to my left. And that's the whole reason I bought all these pieces. So I've been curating these pieces for this gallery wall for quite some time. And I knew when I was going to do this new gallery wall that I wanted to incorporate some some more like organic fills to the wall. I wanted certain things to be more like earthy and, you know, organic. So naturally, I got a plant. And this is, spoiler, this is a fake plant. I could not keep a real plant alive to save my life, but here we are. We have fake plants in this household. But anyway, since I wanted to incorporate some greenery into this gallery wall, I just really love the look of plants mixed in with like a Gothic Victorian aesthetic. It is so good, you guys. It is so good. And it just meshes so well with one another. But anyways, I picked up this faux plant. I am not a plant person, so I do not know what kind of plant this is. So if you know, please let me know down in the comments, because I would actually love to learn what kind of plant this is. But anyways, I bought this plant. I got it over at Michael's, and the fun thing about this plant is it didn't come like this. So the pot that it's planted in and the faux plant itself are two separate pieces. So when I first bought this plant, I went to go looking for a plant that looked just like this. I like the kind of drapey effect that this has. And when I went to Michael's, they only had this plant in kind of like a ceramic, what was it? I don't know. It was in a potted kind of porcelain pot, and it was broken. So the plant itself was broken, or not the plant, but the pot itself was broken. And when I took it up to the front, they told me they couldn't sell it to me like that because it was like very, very, very broken. So I went and picked out another plant that was originally in this pot, and that was only like $13 or something. In the porcelain pot, it was really expensive. It was like $60. Like, it was crazy expensive. But since it was broken, they wouldn't sell it to me. So I asked them at the register, I was like, would you consider giving me the broken one, since you can't sell it anyways, and then I'll just buy this other one? And they said, yeah. They let me, so they gave me the $60 broken one for free, and I had to pay, and this, I don't know what I did with the other plant that was in this originally, but I basically had to Frankenstein these two things together. So I took the old plant that was out of here, because I didn't like it. It was like a small, I just didn't like it. But I took that out of here, and then I broke the rest of the porcelain pot, and I took this plant out, and then I just kind of Frankensteined them together. And voila, there you have it. We have the spooky plant of my dreams. You might as well call me Martha Stewart and give me a whole gardening vlog, because, I can do plants. I know about plants now. Anyways, so I picked this up. Overall, with this whole Frankensteining endeavor, I paid about $13 for this. So, anyways, picked this up. Okay, so the next piece that I want to talk about, I went to a little shop that I frequent quite often, actually, by the name of the Terrorium Shop. I love this shop. They are beautiful, you guys. They have all different types of things that they sell, anything from taxidermy to plants. They have every kind of plant you can think of there, and they're all real plants. And they sell wall decor, they sell bones, they sell wet specimens, they sell faux taxidermy, all different kinds of fun things. And I absolutely always enjoy myself every time I go to the shop, just because there's endless things that you can choose from there. And this piece is no exception. So from the Terrorium Shop, I picked up this guy, and I'm gonna do my best to try not to show the glare of the ring light, but I picked up this guy, and it's just this hauntingly beautiful mirror. And since I was trying to incorporate more greenery into this new gallery wall that we're going to be creating, I definitely snatched this guy up, because it's got all of these moody Victorian looking florals, and it's even got a little bit of a seashell right there. This is so pretty. They made this. They made this themselves over at the Terrorium Shop, and they did a phenomenal job. Like, it's honestly just a plastic mirror, and normally I don't go for the plastic ones, but this one, they did such a good job with, you know, incorporating all of these moody florals and this dried moss that you see down here. I absolutely love the seashell. I think that is such a nice touch. And everything's even got like a little bit of a patina look to the mirror. It is just gorgeous. And so once I saw this, I knew I had to add this piece to the upcoming gallery wall. There's no way I was gonna leave that store without picking up this piece. But it's absolutely beautiful. I hope you all love it. I apologize for the glare of the ring light. This piece, you can still see the price tag on here. It was $60 for this piece. But absolutely a steal in my opinion with all the artistry that went into it. Normally I don't pick up plastic mirrors, but this time I made an exception. So, got that. Absolutely love this piece. Okay, so since we're on the Terrorium Shop, I'm just going to keep talking about all of the pieces that I curated from there specifically, because we've got a lot to cover in this video. Like, a lot to cover in this video. Let me make sure. I think my camera's focused. Yes, it is. Okay, I always worry that I'm out of focus when I make these, because nothing's worse than when you get through, like, you know, 30 minutes of a video and you realize that the entire time you were out of focus. It's happened too many times. So, anyways, still on the Terrorium Shop. I think I want to talk about this guy. So, the Terrorium Shop's kind of far from where I live. So, whenever I go, I try to make the most of it. And that's what I did this last visit. Also, for the gallery wall, I picked up from the Terrorium Shop this guy. And my little disclaimer here is this is a real taxidermy butterfly. So if, any of the taxidermy pieces that I talk about in here, if they are not something that you are interested in, please just fast forward through. There's going to be a few other pieces of taxidermy that I talk about in this video. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there because I know taxidermy is not everybody's cup of tea. But anyways, from the Terrorium Shop, I picked up this taxidermy butterfly. I think it says the name, Darius Julia? Darius Julia? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But it's just this beautiful taxidermy butterfly that is on this old world looking map. And it is just absolutely stunning. I love pieces like this that incorporate like an old world kind of vibe to it. That will get me every time. It's just they can have all my money when they do things like that. But this is beautiful. It's just this taxidermy butterfly mounted on this old world looking map in a beautiful Gothic frame. It is behind glass, and it does say I think that's the scientific name of the butterfly. But it's absolutely gorgeous. And I did ask, the Terrorium Shop told me that they ethically source all of their taxidermy. So that's very important to me. When I buy taxidermy, I always make sure it's ethically sourced. And the only time I'm not able to verify that is if I buy the taxidermy at like an antique store. But then at that point, that taxidermy piece is probably 60 odd years old. And, the terrible dark deed that happened to that poor animal happened 60 years ago. It had nothing to do with me. And now a antique shop has it, and the money is going to the antique shop, not the taxidermist, and not the person who did that to that poor animal. So I love animals. I'm going to put that out there. I'm vegetarian, which is so funny, to say, because I am vegetarian. I do have taxidermy, but I always make sure it's either ethically sourced or from an antique store that, it's taxidermy from 60 plus years ago. You know what I mean? So those people who did that may not even be around anymore. So they're not benefiting from me purchasing the taxidermy from that antique store. Anyways, that is my little disclaimer. I know that taxidermy can be a little upsetting sometimes. So, but anyways, pieces like this are absolutely hauntingly beautiful. I love the colors in here, and I love the orange hues to the butterfly, and just that old world map. I live for it. I cannot wait to see this piece up on the gallery wall. It's going to look phenomenal. I picked up this piece from the Terrorium Shop for $60. So anyways, I got that. Okay, so what's next? Oh, still from the Terrorium Shop. And again, this is taxidermy, so if you don't want to see the taxidermy, just fast forward through this portion. But from the Terrorium Shop, I picked up this little guy, and he is so cute. So again, just so you know, all the taxidermy from the Terrorium Shop is ethically sourced. So this little rat lived a full life before they turned him into taxidermy. But anyways, I picked up this guy. He is just a little rat, and he is a real taxidermy rat. Let me turn him this way. You can see his little tail. He's really cute. So for my gallery wall, I always like to put a little bit of taxidermy in these things because it's a very Victorian aesthetic, and I just thought this guy was adorable. He's absolutely adorable, and he's gonna go up on one of the little wall niches. I'm gonna put like a wall niche up there or a wall bracket, and we'll just call it a wall pedestal. So I'm gonna put a wall pedestal up there, and there's gonna be a couple of pedestals, and he's gonna go on one of them with that plant behind him. So it's gonna look absolutely hauntingly beautiful. But anyways, picked this guy up. He's just a cute little taxidermy rat. I thought he was adorable. I picked him up he was $150, which I think is, worth the price. Anyways, love this guy. I hope you like him too. I'll turn him around so you can see his little tail. He's really cute. Rats, I hear, make phenomenal pets. I don't know if you knew that, but I've heard that they make phenomenal, phenomenal pets. The only sad side to that is I guess they don't live very long, so something to consider if you ever want a pet rat. Anyways, let me organize some of this stuff so I don't forget what I've talked about. How is everybody doing, by the way? I hope you all are enjoying the start of your spooky season. It really is the start of spooky season, as all of you probably know. Spooky season starts in June. So, and if there's any new subscribers here and you've never heard that before, surprise, we're in spooky season. It definitely starts in June. All the retails are in retail, at least. All of the big stores usually start to put out their first couple of Halloween lines in June. We've already seen some drops from Michael's. We've seen some drops from, who else? Sorry, I know there's more. There's Michael's, At Home, Cracker Barrel. All of these places are starting to release their Halloween 2026 lines, and it is glorious. I hope you guys are finding some of your spooky goods out there, like some of your must-have items. I definitely have a couple must-have items all ready for this year, so I'm really excited. So tell me about what some of your wish list items are in the comments, because I would love to know. Anyways, moving right along, I kind of got this organized a little bit so I kind of know what I've already talked about. I think the next piece that I want to talk about is this guy. And you guys let me know if there's ever a time that you want to just, nerd out about Halloween. I would love to talk more about like my Halloween wish list and things like that. but we've got a lot of, items to get through in this video, so, I don't want to prolong the video for too long. But anyways, the next item that I picked up from one of my local antique stores was this guy. And look at this, you guys. This is a phenomenal piece. As soon as I saw this, I knew it was going to be one of the new pieces for the gallery wall. It's just a gold plated face. It's not real gold, but it's just like a gold plated face of like a king or a queen. And it is on the face of this wooden placard. And it is solid wood. You can see there. And it hangs on a wire hanger. And it is just beautiful. I love pieces like this. I think this makes such a statement, and it's a conversational piece. That is something I'm always looking for in my decor, is I want to find things that, would be conversation pieces. And I adore this piece. I'll get a close up here for you. But you can just see all the detail there and just how beautiful the face is. And it's got this eerie feel to it. I don't even know what this was. I really don't. I've never seen a piece like this before. They actually had 2 of them. And they tried to talk me into buying the second one. But I said no. I said I only wanted one of them because I didn't want repeats on the gallery wall. So, anyways, picked this up for the new gallery wall. It is glorious. I went with this one because I liked that it had some weathered areas on here. It just kind of made the piece stand out more to me. But I wish I knew what this is called. It's just like a royal face on a placard of wood. So, I hope you like it. It's very creepy, and that is exactly the vibe that I'm going for. All right, I'm gonna set this down over here. So, the next piece I picked up, I went to this little antique store that's called the Oddemporium. It's in Denver, so it's in Denver, Colorado. And I don't know if any of you are local or if you've heard of it, but it's called the Oddemporium. They are basically the best way I could describe them is they're oddity meets antique meets steampunk. Well, maybe not steampunk, but just kind of I don't know how to explain it. It reminds me of if a band opened up an antique store, like a rock band or something. That's the best way I could describe this antique store. But from the Oddemporium, I picked up this guy, and he's really heavy. He's made out of cement. So it's just this cement sheep wall pedestal. These are actually, I think, called wall niches is what they're called, but in my brain, wall pedestal just makes so much more sense. But anyways, I picked up this wall pedestal of a stone sheep. He's actually made out of cement, but he's made to look like stone. Oh, he's very heavy. And he is just so gothically beautiful. I love him so much. And you can see the pedestal part. He's very heavy. And when I saw him, I didn't even know if he was for sale. It looked like it was just their regular decor. But when I saw him, he just spoke to me. He really did. Something about him. I really, 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 really adore this piece. And he's very eerie and unsettling. And I don't know. I love him. I think he's going to look great in a Gothic Victorian gallery wall. So, he's making me nervous. I have these fears of hitting my face with him or something by accident. He's very heavy. He's very heavy. But anyways, I hope you like him. I adore this piece. I haven't quite decided where I'm going to put him. But I don't remember how much I bought him for because I took the price tag off. So I do apologize. All right. Okay, so also from the Oddemporium, I picked up another piece of artwork. For those of you who have been around the channel for a while, you know that I am obsessed with antique religious iconography. And if you don't know what that is, religious iconography is just like any kind of artwork, art depictions of religious figures through artwork or statuary or paintings or anything like that. That is considered religious iconography. And I love it. It's kind of, I never expected this to become a little hobby of mine, collecting this religious iconography, but I'm hooked. It's so amazing. If you ever want to, pull off a Gothic vibe in your home, religious iconography has you covered. There's just something about it that is so Gothic. It's also Victorian, in my opinion, and it's just absolutely amazing. So, oh my gosh, I already forgot the name of it. The Oddemporium. So from the Oddemporium, I picked up this guy. And look at this, you guys. This is such a phenomenal piece. So what you are looking at here, it's the Archangel Michael, and I think Gabriel is on there. And I think the name of this painting, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the name of this painting is the Assembly of the Archangels. And I'm just reading a sticker that's on the back of this thing. So I could be wrong, but I'm just going off of how the store had it labeled. This is a reprint. I don't know how old, but it's made to look old. It's not actually, though. But the painting that it's based off of is very old. It's just this religious iconography that is reprinted on a block of wood. And you can see it on the back there. And it's beautiful. It has a sticker on here that says that it's handmade, which I love. And just look at this piece. It's just absolutely stunning. It's so unsettling and beautiful at the same time. When I saw it, I knew that it would be the perfect addition to the gallery wall. I love the dark, moody hues in this painting. I love the facial expressions of the angels. This is just a great piece. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I live for this kind of decor. And I hope you all like it too. It's absolutely stunning. I'll give one more once over with this piece, just so you can kind of get like a really good view. Anyways, I don't remember how much I picked up this piece because all of these stickers are still on the back, but not the price tag. So I do apologize. I don't remember what I picked this guy up for. I love this piece though. Again, this is another perfect addition to the future gallery wall. All right, so moving right along, I'm still working through the items that I picked up from the Oddemporium. So let me I have two pieces I need to grab. Well, I'm going to grab them one at a time because the next pieces I want to talk about are one of my favorite finds of this year. Not the favorite find, but it's definitely one of the favorite finds for this year. These are phenomenal, and they're really fragile, so I'm only going to be able to show you them one at a time. I don't want to risk holding both of them up at the same time just because they're kind of heavy and they're also very fragile. So give me 1 second, let me grab this. So, from the Oddemporium, I picked up this gal. Look at this, you guys, and this is just one of two. So it's a matching set. So what you are looking at here is this is a antique cameo of like a Victorian woman. And it is just so stunning, you guys. I cannot get over the beauty of this piece. And I have a second one, and she's making like a different face, and she's in a different position. But they're just these gold-plated cameos. And I don't know what material this is, but they're very fragile. Like the shop owner at the Oddemporium, she was very reluctant to let go of these. She really liked these pieces. I'm shocked that she was even willing to sell them because she was very sad to see these go. And she was very protective of these. She said they're very fragile. So they're just like, I don't know what they're made out of. I don't know anything about these. They're definitely a conversation piece. I've never seen one of these before. I haven't tried to Google Lens these yet, but I'm going to. Just because it's always fun to do that, to kind of know what something's worth, like truly, and like, you know, its origins, if you can find that out. But it's just stunning. It's a stunning gold-plated cameo with the Victorian woman on the front. And whatever it's made out of, I mean, I can just tell that this is fragile. Like, if I was to drop this, this would shatter into a million pieces. So I don't know what this is made out of, but the shop owner told me that these come as a pair, and they're very old. I know that this is frowned upon, you're not supposed to separate antiques ever, but I'm just gonna be honest, I tried to only buy one of these, because like I said, I didn't want repeats in the gallery wall, but the shop owner refused. She said, no, these are really old, and they've been a pair for over 100 years, is what she said, and she didn't want to separate the pair of these cameos. You can also call them a plate, I guess. They're like a golden plate. But just look at the detail on this. You can see all the wisps in her hair, and the fabric that's blowing through her hair, and her clothing, and just everything is absolutely beautiful on this. And like I said, there is a second one of these, but you can still see like just the beautiful, like the rope embellishment that is going around this piece. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I don't have enough nice things to say about this piece. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. Like I said, I need to grab the second one of these because this is just one of the pair. And the second one of these is actually my favorite one. So, let me grab it. Okay, so I'm back. I grabbed the second one of these. As I mentioned, they required that I purchase these cameos as the pair because they go together. But the second one of these is my favorite, and here she is. Here is the second cameo. And as you can see, she's got her own intricacies and detail. I love this one. So I'm not going to be putting both of these on the gallery wall, just one of them. And I've already decided that this will be the one. I don't know why she's my favorite, but she just is. Like, I love the facial expression she's making. I love the side profile of this one better. It's just, in my opinion, the better piece. So I out of respect, I did purchase these as the pair, and I'll keep the other one for sure. I don't know where I'm going to end up hanging her up at in the house, but this will be the one that makes it on the gallery wall. And just look how stunning, you guys. And look how thick the cameos are. Like, that's the back of them. They hang on like a little wall mount like that. But they're very thick. But whatever material this is, it's just like a very, very fragile. It kind of feels like pottery almost. Like how pottery does when it's right after it's fired. I'm sure these were made out of some sort of clay originally and then fired in a kiln. And because of that, they are so fragile. Very fragile. Love these pieces. Love these pieces. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have enough nice things to say about these pieces. These are an absolute conversational piece, and they're the kind of Victorian Gothic decor that I live for. And I hope you guys like them. I'm absolutely obsessed. All right. Let me set her down. And that was the last piece from the Oddemporium. Okay, so this next piece that I want to talk about is very special to me. This piece is actually from Rome. So back in 2023? I think it was 2023. So back in 2023, I went on a cruise on a cruise line called Princess Cruise Lines. And my family and I went on a cruise. And we stopped at several different locations out in Europe. And like, for example, we went to Nice, France. We went to, I'm already forgetting everything. We went to Nice, France. We went to Genoa. We went to Rome. We went to Venice. And I'm definitely forgetting one. But those, Rome and Venice were like the two biggest places that we went. And it was absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was amazing. So while I was out there, I picked up a couple of things from my travels. And one of them is actually hanging right above me. You've seen it in videos past. It's like this mask that has, when I do the house tour, I'll show the whole thing. But it's like this mask that has this beautiful oil painting that's above it. And it looks like it's a masquerade mask. And it is glorious, you guys. I love it so much. That masquerade mask came from Venice. And then the piece that I'm about to show you came from Rome. And that is just so special to me. So I figured it should make its way into this new gallery wall. I think it's beautiful. So, from Rome, I picked up this guy. And what you are looking at here is, this is a wall sconce. But this is a Roman wall sconce. It was on the same day that we went to go visit the Colosseum. We were in an area of Rome where there was a bunch of like antique shops. And then there was this actual Roman like lighting store that sold all of these like handcrafted wall sconces and chandeliers and candelabras. It was glorious. I wish I could have bought all of it, but unfortunately I could only buy something that would fit into my suitcase. But I picked this beautiful wall sconce up from Rome. And look at this, you guys. I love the gold leafing paint, or the gold leaf paint that is on here. It is just absolutely stunning. Something about the paints that are overseas are just, they're just prettier in my opinion. Like the way that they shine in the sunlight, it stops my heart. Like they're just so glorious. And it's the same kind of paint that's on the masquerade mask that I have above me. But this kind of paint style is really big over there. But look how beautiful this wall sconce is. I love that it's got like a filigree looking kind of design in the back. And then I love the two arms of this piece. It is a stunning piece, and it's a conversational piece. So I did pick this up for the gallery. Well, I didn't pick it up for the gallery wall. I got this way before I knew the gallery wall was going to even be a thing. I picked this up in my travels to Rome, and I've just been waiting for the right place to hang it. And since moving into this townhome, this just seemed like the perfect opportunity to hang this piece. This was expensive because it wasn't like your average touristy item. Like the mask was something that a lot of tourists would buy, so it wasn't as pricey as you would think it would be. This is something that people would actually buy for their homes, and it was a shop that was owned by a father and son, and it was really cool because you could tell that the father had just taught his craft to his son and then passed on his knowledge, and they both worked there, and it was just really cool getting to meet them, and they kind of showed me around the shop. But this thing was way more expensive than I wanted to spend on a souvenir, and it's just crazy because it doesn't, as beautiful as it is, I don't think it justified what I paid for it. I'm not going to say what I paid for it, but just know it was very pricey. But I love this piece. I cannot wait for it to make its grand debut as part of the gallery wall. And it is a piece that has, you know, a hollowed out area. It was made for electrical, because you can see that there's copper wire in the back. So this was made for electrical, but I obviously was not going to use it for the purposes. So what I did is I don't have them with me, but they're packed away. But I took 2 taper candles when I got back to the States, and I hollowed them out halfway up the taper candle. And because there's like these little screws that are in here. Well, there's like things falling out of that. Anyways, there's like these little screws that are in here, and that was preventing me from putting like a regular candle in there. So I had to hollow out 2 taper candles, and I put each one in there. And it looks beautiful once it's all in there and set up. And you'll see that when we do the gallery wall, I'll have the candles that I made in this piece. But anyways, got this a few years back, quite a few years back in my travels to Rome. So I hope you like it. All right, let me carefully set this down. And the Victorians were very big about that, by the way. They would definitely decorate their homes with, you know, the spoils of their travels, you know what I mean, with their souvenirs. So they were really big about that. So I'm excited to finally do something like that, to feel like a genuine modern day Victorian. Anyways, all right, moving right along. I'm trying to think of what all I've talked about. I've talked about everything over here. I haven't talked about that. Not about that. Okay. All right, well, this next piece that I'm going to talk about kind of scares me. So, again, here's a quick disclaimer. If you do not like taxidermy, please fast forward, I would say maybe 5 minutes, so you don't have to see this next piece. The next piece that I'm going to talk about is about as taxidermy gets. And I'm not going to lie, this piece kind of scares me. And I think it's kind of cured me of ever wanting to buy taxidermy again, because it scares me that bad. I only bought it because I got it for a steal of a deal. And when you see what it is, you'll understand why it was a steal of a deal. So, let me grab it. So, I'm not gonna lie. Handling this piece gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think this might be one of the scariest things I've ever purchased. Oh, spoiler alert. Let me just turn him around. So, for the new Gothic Victorian gallery wall, I picked up this guy. And hold on, you guys, let me... This is like... Okay, I just don't want to drop him. I picked up this guy. And I don't know if you could see that. Woo! Oh my god, he scared me so bad. He scared me. I'm so scared of this piece. I'm so scared of him, you guys. Anyways, I picked up this guy. And I'm sorry, he's really big, so it's hard to get him in the frame. But what you are looking at is, this is a taxidermy boar. And he, I don't even want to say that he's glorious, because, you know, he gives me the heebie-jeebies. He gives me the heebie-jeebies, like 100%. He's just kind of gross. But it's not his fault. He's just a little boar, and it wasn't his fault that this was his fate. But anyways, I picked up this taxidermy boar, and honestly, if I'm being so honest, you guys, I would never have bought this piece had it not been for the price tag that was on this. So, you know how he made that little noise when I moved him, and you know what scared me really bad? That was actually his teeth and his mouth kind of like jiggling around because it's loose in there. And he's got some damage, like I won't show it, but he's got some damage on the top of his head a little bit. And not a lot, but because of that, the antique store that I got him from, which was Um, it was Brass Armadillo, of course, because who else would it be? It was Brass Armadillo, and I got him for a still of a deal. So let me just give you some context. These taxidermy pieces, like especially a taxidermy boar of this size, would normally retail for about $600 and so dollars. Like I don't know an exact figure, but I know it would be in the $600 price range. Typically you see them anywhere from like 600. Now 600 I think is a little steep. I say that, you know, the more common, I would say that you'd see these start anywhere from like the $450 price range to like the $600 to even $1,000 sometimes, depending on the quality of the piece. So that's what these usually retail for. I snagged this guy for a whopping 100. Are you ready for it? I snagged this guy for a whopping $147. He was only $147. I think that rat that I bought, that taxidermy rat, was more than this guy. So when I saw his price tag, I am like getting the heebie-jeebies so bad right now from this. Like, ugh. When I saw his price tag, I just couldn't say no, because I knew I was never going to find a taxidermy piece this cheap probably ever again. And he does fit the part. As much as I hate to say it, he fits the part. He definitely will look really good on a Gothic Victorian gallery wall. You know, those Victorians were really big about their scary taxidermy, because, you know, through their travels and stuff, they bring back anything they collected, and that includes terrifying pieces like this. He's scary. I don't particularly enjoy him, but I think he's going to look really good on the gallery wall, and as such, I'm going to keep him. So you'll see that. He'll make his debut when we complete the gallery wall. But anyways, got that. I'm going to set him down. Okay, so the next piece that I want to talk about might be one of my favorite purchases of 2026 so far. It is absolutely hauntingly beautiful, you guys. I'm just so happy that I found this. This is the kind of decor I live for. I purchased this piece from Colorado Antique Gallery, which is another antique store that I frequent, and they usually have some pretty good stuff. And this piece is no exception, but look at this guy! So what you are looking at here is an antique Gothic mirror. I don't know how old this mirror is, but it looks pretty old, and it's absolutely stunning. These faces that are part of the design are, you know, an aesthetic that I live for. They add such a dark, Gothic, moody atmosphere to any space that you put these in. And it's just absolutely beautiful. I love mirrors like this. Like, look at this. And look at all the beautiful swirl designs that are in the background of the mirror. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is the kind of decor that I live for. And what makes this mirror even cooler is it's got these two sconces on either side to hold a candle, or to hold two candles. And I cannot wait to put the candles in there and see how beautiful this mirror looks alongside the other pieces of the new gallery wall. I will say I did have the perfect candles for this piece. The antique store actually gifted me 2 candles that fit perfectly with this mirror, and they were just wax candles. Unfortunately, I did drop one of the candles and it broke, and as such, I can't use the other candle. So I was so upset about it. I'm just thankful that it wasn't the mirror. You know, we gotta remember, it could have been worse. I'm just thankful it wasn't the mirror, but I did have 2 perfect candles that fit perfectly in these sconces. And I'm gonna have to go out candle shopping to try to find the perfect candles again. Also, I think these just might be called candle holders. I don't know if the individual holder is called a sconce. I could be wrong about that. But either way, this is a beautiful Gothic piece. It definitely might be one of my new favorites in my entire collection. And I hope you guys like it. It's definitely one that I'm very, very proud of. I don't have the price tag on this piece anymore, unfortunately, but I believe I picked this mirror up for $250, which was a very fair asking price for what this is. But anyways, got that. Okay, so this next piece is actually a piece that I've had for a while now. I actually talked about it in a few videos past. I think it was when we did the Halfway to Halloween video. I mentioned I was about to purchase this piece for the gallery wall. And it's so good, you guys. It's actually been hanging up on the other gallery wall in the meantime while we wait to create the new one, because this piece is just so good. I didn't feel right about just keeping it packed away. I love this piece. So before I show you this piece, one last disclaimer. I promise this is the final one. This piece is another taxidermy piece. So if you do not like taxidermy, now is the time to fast forward a little bit. But this piece might be, I think, out of my top 3 favorite purchases that I've made for 2026. I've wanted this piece for a few years now, and I'm so happy that they still had it when I went back to get it. But without further ado, I got this guy. And look at him, you guys. So what you are looking at here is just a taxidermy hare. And this is a beautiful hair mount. One of the most beautiful hair mounts that I have ever seen. It is absolutely stunning. Like, look at the detail on this, you guys. This is a real taxidermy hare. And I don't know how old it is, but I did purchase this guy from a little shop called Ritual Craft. And if you're not familiar, they're a cute little holistic shop. I'll call them a holistic shop here in Denver. They sell all different types of like holistic herbs, and then they have plants, and they have different like literature for the craft, and just really anything that you can kind of think of that gives you a kind of a witchy, magical vibe. They have it. They're a phenomenal, cute little shop, and I picked this guy up there, and he is no exception. I have wanted this guy for a few years, and they were very protective of him. They had him just where he was up in a display wall for a long time, and he didn't even have a price tag on him. And then one day he had a price tag that was really inflated. It was like, I want to say his original price tag was like $800. And then recently, oh gosh, I forgot the price. They lowered him quite a bit. I want to say that they lowered him into the $500 realm. And even that is still pricey, but it was worth it to me. For a piece this beautiful, I will be willing to pay top dollar for things like this. And I'm so happy with this guy. It's just this beautiful Gothic hair mount. And he is in pristine condition. They took really good care of him. And he was definitely, when I knew I was going to do a new gallery wall, he was definitely one of the pieces that I knew was going to be in the gallery wall from the beginning. He's just that good. He's just so well maintained, and he's in pristine condition. His fur is perfect. The mount of this piece is just flawless. I love this guy. I'm pretty sure Ritual Craft does, they ethically source all of their taxidermy. And I think this guy came from the shop owner's personal collection, and she's very much into ethically sourcing taxidermy. So I would imagine this guy was the same story. But anyways, I love this guy. I hope you like him too. He's just so witchy and magical, and he gives such a Gothic Victorian vibe that I had to add him to this gallery wall. Love this guy. This is the hair mount that I was talking about in my Halfway to Halloween video. So I finally was able to make it happen, and I hope you guys like him. And I cannot wait to see him hanging up in the new gallery wall. So, oh my gosh, you guys, we are moving through this so quickly. I only have 2 more pieces to talk about. Okay, let me set him down nice and gently. Makes me the most nervous handling this piece. Okay. All right, I got him all set down. All right, this next piece I want to talk about, this is, I keep saying this and I sound like a little kid. I'm like, this is my 3rd favorite thing. This is my 5th favorite thing. This is my, and now I'm about to say, this is my 2nd favorite thing that I purchased for 2026 so far. This thing, yeah, this is by far probably like my 2nd favorite thing that I've purchased this year. I absolutely love this. Let me grab it. Okay, so I'm back. This thing is like a workout to move it. It is so heavy. As I was saying though, I think this might be my 2nd favorite purchase for 2026. This might even be one of my favorite things that I've bought for my collection ever. It's so phenomenal. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. But from Brass Armadillo, I picked up this gal. And look at this, you guys. What you are seeing here is this is a solid wood corbel. And up until now, I didn't know what a corbel was. But apparently, there are these solid wood pieces that you see here. And she is hand carved. She's carved from a solid piece of wood. I feel like the lady at the antique store told me that she was mahogany. I could be wrong though. But isn't she glorious, you guys? She might be one of my favorite pieces that I have ever picked up. She is so hauntingly beautiful, and she is heavy. She is very heavy, but I am absolutely obsessed. And she has a flat top right here, so she will act as a wall pedestal. So I plan on putting the piece that I'm going to put on top of her is the final thing that I'm going to show. So I'll show you that next. But isn't she glorious, you guys? This seriously makes my heart so happy. She reminds me of like one of those creepy carved wood statues that were in that movie that had, oh, I don't remember what it was called. If it was just called, The Haunting. I think it was called The Haunting. And so you know the movie The Haunting? All of these creepy carved wood statues that you see throughout the entire movie that start moving and looking around, and every now and then one of them will be looking at you. She gives me those same vibes, and I am so here for it. I love her so much. Look at the detail on this, and look at the size of this piece. She is just absolutely phenomenal, and she is handmade. There's actually, well, I don't know what I did with it, but I had, is it on the bottom? Nope. She had like a little sticker that was on her that talked about where she was made. I hope I didn't lose that. Anyways, she was hand carved by somebody, and let me see if I can find I don't know, but she was hand carved. And you can tell, I mean, the craftsmanship is just absolutely phenomenal in this piece. And I was also told that she once was a part of a wooden banister. That is so cool to me, and that definitely gives me the haunting vibes. But anyways, guys, got this gal. absolutely adore her. She is solid wood and she's very heavy. She is going to make an excellent addition to our Gothic Victorian gallery wall. And I hope you guys like her. I think I picked this piece. She was, in my opinion, for what she is, I think I got her for kind of a steal. I got her for about $200. And I mean, she's worth it, you guys. I mean, this is solid wood and it was hand carved. So it's kind of, you know, a no-brainer that, you know, this piece should be worth its weight in gold. I mean, like, look at that. Look at the intricate carvings and stuff on this. It is just one of the most beautiful pieces that I have ever owned. Anyways, it is like a workout holding this piece. So I hope you guys like her. She is for sure one of my favorite pieces that I have picked up this year. All right, let me set her down. Now that I got my workout, you could probably see it in my face, how heavy this piece was. Okay, let me set her down. Oh my goodness, you guys, that brings us to our final piece for our good old-fashioned Gothic Victorian decor haul. I saved the best for last. I was really torn between the piece that I just showed you and the piece that I'm about to show you. So, this was one of those, I actually found this next piece on eBay. And you know how the corbel has the shelf at the top of her head? Well, I needed to find a Gothic statue to go on top of that to kind of tie everything in the gallery wall. And I found the perfect thing. Again, this was an eBay find, but this ended up being one of my favorite pieces that I honestly have in my collection. This has just been the year so far of pleasant surprises with pieces like that. So let me grab it. It's right here, actually. Okay, so this next piece was actually an eBay find, and I did not expect to like this piece as much as I do. I found this piece on eBay, and it was for a still. It was for only like $100. What was it? I think it was like $170. Not even. No, I'm wrong. No, I got this piece for a still. This piece was way less than that. It was, I believe it came out to like $67 with tax. It was crazy. I don't know how I was able to make this happen because I don't know, this piece to me deserves to be over $100. It's that good. But anyways, from eBay, I picked up this guy. Look at this, you guys. This is basically what you're looking at here this is another one of those prime examples of religious iconography. So, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I collect Gothic religious iconography, and this piece is no exception. What you are looking at here is a antique religious statue, and I don't remember what saint he's supposed to be. I'm so sorry, the name is leaving me right now, but I'll put the name somewhere down here in the video. But this is supposed to be a religious saint, and he is glorious, you guys. He has glass eyes. I don't know if you could see that, but he has glass eyes. And he has all of this weather to him. Like, he was very weathered. His clothes are very dark and Gothic. He's holding a Bible. He is doing the classic hand gesture that you see in a lot of these religious statues. My baby Jesus statue right behind me does the same hand gesture. He is phenomenal, you guys. He might be one of my favorite pieces that I've ever picked up. He is solid wood, so he must have been carved at one point. Like, I'll show you. Like, look, you can see, like, the rings of the wood in there. Do you see that? He is phenomenal. Like, he is very old. The seller told me that he is anywhere from maybe like 180 to possibly 200 years old. It's hard to tell with these statues unless you're able to find an identical copy and then you know the manufacture date or the date that it was carved or created. But he's anywhere from about 180 to possibly 200 years old. He is so beautiful. I love his ornate details. I love that you can see the Bible that he's holding here. And then when you spin him around here, you could see his wings with the detailed carvings inside the wings. And everything's made out of wood. You can even see like an old nail that is right there in the back of his wing. And that's the back of his cloak. He's wearing black, which I absolutely love. And you can even see his little hood. They even included that he's a little bald on the top, like you would see a monk. But that's a solid giveaway that this is a very authentically aged piece. I am obsessed. I liked how he looked in pictures, and I honestly thought he was going to be much smaller than this. And I just didn't realize how truly beautiful he would be in person. Like, look at the aged weathering on the face. I assume this guy was like on some sort of like religious structure, like maybe on a church somewhere, but maybe mounted on the outside. Can't you see that up like high on like a tower or something? I can picture that perfectly, and I am just absolutely obsessed. This truly is one of my favorite pieces that I own now, and I got him for a steal of a deal. He was only like $67. I don't know if the person selling him knew what they had, but I do a lot of this collecting of religious iconography, and I can tell you he's very old. How old, I just don't know for certain. But I hope you guys like him. He's going to go on top of the wooden corbel that I just showed you. So imagine how cool he's going to look sitting on top of that, mounted to our gallery wall. I just hope you guys like him. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about this piece. This is the kind of decor that I live for. And I didn't think to find a piece randomly like that I love this much. This is the kind of decor that you find in like a serious collector's collection. He's just that good. But I hope you guys like him. That's gonna do it for this Gothic Victorian decor haul. I hope you guys liked it. I have had an absolute blast going over all of these amazing spooky pieces with you. And I'm so excited to get the gallery wall going. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, please, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Commenting on my videos really helps the performance of my videos and helps it really helps this channel grow. So I would greatly appreciate, any engagement there. And if you did like this video, please tell me your thoughts. I would love to chat with you. As always, guys, please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.